Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, before I start today, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm always so thankful that you guys watch the show. And since I started back in June 2018, I have now accumulated 28,711 subscribers. That's right, it wasn't an easy feat. I do this show every single day, sometimes 2 times a day. But, it's always been, after a while, the subscriber count kind of slows down, and not just for my channel, for every channel, because, the market is bearish or what have you. When there's exciting news and the market pumps a bit, it goes up a little bit. But, I've been so close to that 30,000 subscriber mark for so long now, and I felt that it was time for a giveaway. So, you know what, guys? Right now, there's a deal on the Ledger Nano S and Ledger X pack. You get a free S if you buy the X, but if you guys do not want to buy a Ledger Nano, maybe you have one, you want an extra one, I am going to give away a Ledger Nano X, that's right, the biggie. But only if we can get the subscriber count up to 30,000 people in 1 month. So let's call it mid-March, March 15th. Do you guys think we can do it? Now, if we cannot get the subscriber count up to 30,000 by mid-March, I'll give you guys to the end of March, so March 31st, and I will still give away a Ledger Nano, but I will give away the S. But not only that, guys, there is something else involved in this challenge, but you will have to wait for the details on that. Right now, the crypto market looking fairly healthy. The market cap is up over 303 billion, money being poured into the market. Look at everything right now, fairly green and up significantly. XRP right now trading at about 32.6. And we saw some bullish momentum yesterday as well as the day before. We've seen nothing but positive green candlesticks for, let's call it the last month and a half. Right now, we're seeing that spinning top candlestick on low volume, short body with a longer tail. The wick isn't too terribly long, but it is looking like, at least as of now, that the bullish momentum is going to continue. Buyers are still not afraid to keep buying XRP, and sellers aren't selling. So it is looking like we are continuing to make our way up. I saw this on Twitter from Ant1 at Ant159694954 on Twitter, and Bank Santander is currently working on plans to extend OnePayFX, its real-time mobile money transfer system, developed in concert with Ripple. So not only that, Santander hires Apple executive Burgess as global head of P2P payments. Banco Santander has hired former Ripple executive Trish Burgess as global head of peer-to-peer payments. In this newly created role, Burgess will be charged with increasing peer-to-peer usage across Santander's global footprint to foster an international payment network. The bank is currently working on plans to extend OnePayFX, its real-time mobile money transfer system developed in concert with Ripple, to non-customers through a standalone open market app called PagoFX, which will be launched in the UK, Germany, and Poland for individuals and SMEs in the near future. So they are actively looking to extend the OnePayFX thing, which indeed has a Ripple connection to it, and they are looking to broaden their user base, namely in the UK, Germany, and Poland. At Apple, Burgess provided direction for the launch of the customer tech giant's new credit card and worked on a rollout of Apple Pay in Europe and Asia. So Ms. Burgess clearly has some experience with that. Reporting to Chirag Patel, global head of Santander Digital Payments, Burgess will become part of the team at the bank, which includes a roster of banking and technology executives, formerly from companies including Google, Amazon, PayPal, Facebook, and Netflix, based in Madrid, London, and Silicon Valley, respectively. So Santander, not messing around, sounds like a bank that is doing the right thing, looking to extend OnePayFX. This is what they are going to need to do to stay competitive. If you guys remember, I mentioned yesterday that MoneyGram was working on technology so that you can send money to a friend simply with their phone number. Guys, I will link that video, yesterday's video, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, up here in the corner. So really great. We're seeing movement at Santander. The XRPL has once again reached a new level of decentralization after adding 2 more non-Ripple validators to the UNL. So this from the XRP Arcade. The 2 new UNL validators are RippleITIN.NZ and DigitFin.UK. So then today, apparently Ripple's influence over the DUNL dropped to about 14%. RippleITIN.NZ is proud to not only support the DUNL, but also to be now included as a member of the DUNL alongside many others. So decentralization continues to get more decentralized as we're seeing more validators come online. we know there was criticism at the beginning saying Ripple was running all the validators, and, of course, then, XRP, it's a crap currency because look how centralized it is and look how Ripple can have control over it. Well, the validators becoming more decentralized as the months go on. Of course, at the beginning, Ripple needed to start it off somehow, so they had most of the control over the validators, but now, as we're seeing here, as per this tweet, only about 14% of the validators now belong to Ripple. So, why is this important? For the first time ever, Ripple controls less than 20% of the network. This means that Ripple can no longer veto amendments. Prior to today, any amendment suggested required Ripple's approval. The amendment system provides a means of introducing new features to the decentralized XRP network without causing disruptors. The amendment system works by utilizing the core consensus process of the network to approve any changes by showing continuous support before those changes go into effect. An amendment normally requires 80% support for 2 weeks before it can apply. So an interesting update with regards to the validators. We're going to continue to see this, right? As the ecosystem grows, more validators will come online, creating a more robust system, and therefore Ripple's validator dominance will continue to decrease, which is a good thing because this is what people are trying to latch onto in order to point fingers at Ripple saying, hey, look, you guys are manipulating this cryptocurrency called XRP, which is clearly just not true. And Crypto Wolf posted this on Twitter. That's at XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. This statement is extremely bullish considering that Dilip Rao was Ripple's global head of infrastructure and innovation before he retired. So Dilip definitely knows what he's talking about since he would talk to so many central banks around the world about XRP for this very reason. And so XRP Crypto Wolf retweeted Dilip Rao's tweet here. And so Dilip Rao says this: regional interoperability of payments in the Asia-Pacific countries needs cross-border real-time liquidity solution. CBDCs will suffer the same fate as fiat currencies, so only a neutral bridge like XRP on a licensed compliant network for FIs makes sense. And so remember, Dilip Rao is now retired. He has no incentive to talk up real-time liquidity for Ripple and for XRP because he's no longer being paid by them. Okay, he even said, he went on the record and said, that he is going to retire on a beach somewhere in Australia. So he is a former Ripple employee, nevertheless. So I'm sure he still does have some loyalty to the company, but to actively go out and tweet something like this means, to me at least, that he truly believes in the technology. And just to go to the point of CBDCs, I've been saying this as well. CBDCs are going to suffer the same fate as fiat currencies because they are still just the currency. They're a stable coin that is going to be pegged to whatever the currency is for whatever country releases the CBDC. And to transfer them, we're still going to need liquidity to source, let's say the US dollar CBDC, and convert it to the British pound CBDC. They're still going to need that liquidity solution so that they can convert one to the other in real time in seconds. And XRP is going to be that solution. And I don't know if you guys saw this. This from the Bitcoinist. Now, we know the Bitcoinist a little bit biased on Ripple. They have a negative slant on Ripple and XRP. Nevertheless, I thought it would be interesting to review Ripple Review's deletable accounts feature. Should you be worried? So, can Ripple delete your account? Well, let's read a little bit about this. XRPL's amendment process. So before laying out the case for deletable accounts, Ripple CTO David Schwartz explained how XRP incorporates new features into its ledger. The XRP ledger, he stated, was designed to be robust, stable, and decentralized. As such, like all blockchains, its developers continually make improvements when it comes to the XRPL. One particular area of interest is governance. He then dove into the details of how the new features are going to be incorporated into the XRPL. Unlike cryptocurrencies that opt to go the hard fork route, Ripple favors an amendment process. So in a nutshell, for a new feature to be introduced onto the XRPL, it must first be debated in the community before converting into a proposed implementation and generating code changes to make it a feature. The new feature must acquire an 80% majority support, which must hold for a 2-week period. Validators who don't approve the feature are out of luck since the majority decides. And the majority is not 50%, 80%, so quite a high number when we're talking about these fundamental changes, which I think is a good thing, to be honest. However, it's a pretty high majority. Okay, yeah, they say say that, requirement that ensures that most of the network is happy and hard forks are avoided. In the past, Schwartz points out, among the features incorporated through this process are managed multi-signing as well as the ledger's on-chain escrow and payment channel features. But here's the part you guys are all interested in probably. Deletable accounts would give Ripple sweeping control. The latest feature, deletable accounts, is awaiting an 80% thumbs up as of yesterday. The proposal, which was first discussed in October 2019, states that new powers are needed to be able to remove suspicious accounts and repatriate the XRP funds held by them. So there it is, folks. Essentially, they're not doing it so that they can take control of your account. They are doing it because there are malicious actors in this space. As you know, there are giveaways all the time on Twitter for XRP. And I even know a couple of you have fallen victim to some of these scams. But ultimately, I think Ripple is a good actor in all this. I don't think that they would use it for a malicious purpose. Here are some quotes from David Schwartz. The XRP ledger doesn't have very many levers to discourage abusive behaviors. Pretty much all it can do is make abusive behaviors more expensive. Here's another one. One desirable feature for the XRP ledger would be for it to be possible to completely remove an account from the ledger and recover the reserve from that account. We call this deletable account. This feature allows XRPL accounts to be removed from the ledger and recover most of the reserve locked in the account for spam prevention. So clearly a very above board reason for Ripple. They're going out in public and saying this is why we're doing it. Some people are calling it Orwellian surveillance state because they can take control of your account if you are becoming a bad actor, kind of like Twitter or YouTube, I suppose, in a lot of ways. So what do you guys think about this deletable accounts? I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Also, guys, I am giving away a Ledger Nano X, so be ready. You have to be subscribed to the channel. If you do not want to wait, there is a 2-for-1 offer on. You can use my affiliate link. It's in the description of the video. You do not have to if you do not want to. But right now, I want to hear what you guys think. So please subscribe to the channel if you want to be eligible for a free Ledger Nano. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.